Hey YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's video on YouTube. Today I'm only going to be doing a vlog for about 10 minutes, of course. And I initially thought I wasn't going to be making a video today, but hey, I've actually got something very, if not rather serious, I actually want to speak here. So what's been happening so far has been quite a little bit gruesome so far. And I've actually went to Birmingham Airport and the NEC. And what has been really scary so far was that there's been a lot of flight disruptions, and there's also been a lot of vehicles which have actually been grounded. And what happened so far was, guess what? There was been sightings of a I don't know what I'm actually saying here, but there was a suspicious vehicle, okay? So what really happened so far was that I was actually with my support worker, and I actually rode on a couple of buses. I went on the 45, then I also went on the X1 bus, and guess what? The X1 bus took us to the airport. But what we didn't notice was that there was some sort of weird crime scene investigation, and I felt like I was actually totally spooked. There was a lot of traffic jams, but there was also a lot of police officers and police vehicles right over outside of the front yard of the airport, or basically the entrance of the airport. In fact, the whole airport was pretty much at complete stalemate mode because it was all being blocked by the police. That was number one. And two, because there's also been detections of a bomb. Okay, so it's sort of setting up some sort of weird, like a Sherlock Holmes type scenario. So some sort of Sherlock Holmes scenario has started to appear right over when I actually went to the airport. And I actually did not notice that was actually happening here until recently. One of the few passengers on the bus, just as I was waiting for the local bus to appear, which was X1, told me that, guess what? She didn't say anything. Well, guess what she did? She showed me some various news reports that were actually quite grueling and scary. I tell you what, I nearly got killed, okay? Beyond that part, well, actually, I totally survived because obviously what happened there was a ginormous scene. Okay, I have to be really serious here at this part of the video. There's no fun and games. All of it is going to be very serious here, okay? So what happened was, there were millions, if not hundreds, if not thousands of passengers just when I was waiting at the bus stop where the trains, and it was also like a monorail system, you know, the air rail link system. If you remember that on a very different video I did, I think it was back in May, that I took a ride on, and guess what? All the passengers, or guess what really happened next? That has been closed. That has been completely shut down because of what happened so far. There was a really nasty bomb that has been detected, and I saw dozens of police officers that were basically like climbing up towards, they were all checking what's going to be happening with the airport and stuff. Basically, they were all safeguarding the airport, and basically what happened next, my goodness me, I tell you what, I just don't know what to really say. I actually then asked quite a lot of people there. I've actually asked the staff at the airport, and I was actually getting rather quite nervous. I also felt quite scared. I was actually having a good time at the airport and the NEC when somehow that scene happened. Okay, I wasn't really straightforward aware of that. So what I should have been done was that I should have been very aware of it in the first place rather than just ignoring it, because it would have actually caused me into such serious trouble here. And really, the more I think about what really happened so far, it's been quite grueling. I'm really sorry I have to say this, but it's been very grueling, because obviously the well, let's just say the scene that was just there, like, I could not really believe my eyes. And what really nearly faked to death was just seeing, like, you know, oh my goodness me. I can't really stand straightforward speaking about it, but hey, I might as well just stop vlogging here. And let me just show you some very grueling news reports, and I'll show you the proof beyond it. Well, if you're going to laugh or cry here, beyond of what I've just seen so far on YouTube, there's been lots and lots of news. And in fact, really, if I go up towards, I'm not supposed to look at this, because I'm going to be talking about this. So clearly there's been lots and lots of flights which have been delayed because there's been lots and lots of bombs which have, there's a bomb scare forces which basically forces hundreds if not thousands of passengers, pilots, flight attendants, and also airport staff around here. Yeah, clearly that was just really scary. It was a complete and utter scene. So much so it almost it felt so bad. I can't really tell. It almost felt like, something was really bad was going to happen. I can't really think of a movie title. It was just really scary. But mind you, this is just really bad. I mean, this is just worse. Okay, we just can't have cannabis in this country. Some people say, oh, cannabis makes you aggressive. Well, of course, I can agree with that. 90% of you, yes. And some people say, cannabis, no, it makes you calm and happy. I hate that. Complete bad excuse. Anyway, so what's been happening so far was that in Birmingham Airport, there was a total scene of lots and lots of police officers. And really, what really happened is a complete story. And let me just go back to vlogging mode, because I want to tell you of what has been happening with all those gruesome scenes of what was happening so far at the airport. And I have to say, that was just really shocking to see. So clearly, because the police were straight for blocking the entrance, and because of the suspicion of what was going on, and in closer scrutiny, what I actually saw was a big parade of, well, let's just say passengers, pilots, flight attendants, other staff and whatnot. They were literally everywhere on the ground, and guess what? They also departed on the Airport Way bus stop, not the normal / usual Birmingham Airport bus stop, which is normally at the departures area, right on the left-hand corner of the airport. So, luckily enough, I was with my support worker, which I shouldn't name because, hey, there'll be a lot of, a lot of suspicious YouTubers and say, hey, who are you traveling with? Okay, so obviously, there's been a nasty bomb threat, but luckily enough, everything's gone back to normal so far, and somehow, there's been lots and lots of nasty and gnarly queues. But this one has been nearly just as I not believe this was far worse than I initially thought it would be like. Something that is quite abnormal. Okay, we don't often have any suspicious and dangerous goods like, drugs and, all the other stuff. I mean, clearly, those people just don't give an SHITE without even swearing here, because I want to keep my channel G-rated. Okay, so what really happened was, the complete scene was that instead of the actual main airport building, I've seen lots and lots of people just scuttling around. They were just basically scattering around, and also like a ginormous congregation of people right over at the train station / the bus stop at where Birmingham Airport is, and also where the NEC was. One other thing I've also noticed was that, guess what? When I was at the National Exhibition Centre speaking to one of the staff members about the incident, guess what? Basically, a lot of the passengers diverted away from the airport, and guess what? They actually followed the same way out where I was. Just literally going up towards the NEC halls. The NEC is a fantastic place. I've been there, and it's a fantastic looking exhibition centre if you want to go into like conventions, toy fairs, different seasonal fairs, or even like car showrooms and stuff like that. Great exhibition show building. Okay, so obviously what was going on was a complete another scene. So much so it almost felt like it was basically entering into World War III. I feel like it was one of these things. Maybe it would have been a possible World War III scene, but hey, everything is all gone back to normal now. And only if the local louts would have never ever done such a very hectic and very stupid thing to do by just bringing out some sort of suspicious explosive device, well, then hopefully things shall be learned in the first place. And I know that bad things do happen, but they should straightforward be placed into their past, so that the same mistake will never be made again. Anyways, I'm nearly coming up towards the 10-minute mark, or should I say 9-minute mark, because hey, I feel like I've almost got not enough time to actually make a video. Okay? Maybe I am, but I'm straightforward filming it right now, just as a bit of proof that because of what I've just seen was just a complete and utter horrific scene. And I'll tell you what, everywhere I saw was something that was, very, I have to say this, absolutely horrendous. My God, I cannot even believe this. And I was actually scared. And I'll tell you what, when I waited for the bus, it took forever. It actually took for at least about, I'll probably guess about, roughly nearly half an hour, maybe a quarter of it, 3/4 of an hour to get back home, I think. And the traffic was so persistent. Luckily enough, I think the vehicle was not that suspicious because, hey, maybe it wasn't a bomb, maybe it was something else. Well, there you go. I might as well just stop making this video, otherwise people will just straightforward slap me in the face for just boycotting of what I've just seen. Okay, so anyways, if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, subscribe for more like videos in the future. I better go ahead and take a good shower here, otherwise I'll get myself kicked in the complete face for just seeing what I've just seen. And maybe people would just straightforward scream and say, "You're gonna be killed!" Right, anyways, thanks so much for watching. Glad I'm still alive, of course. Bye for now.